Hey squad, and welcome to episode 20 of your Runna yoga series with me, Lewis. Now the next 30 minutes is all about that core integration to support your running, improve your mechanics, and make sure your posture is on point when you're running. So we're going to think about some balance poses, some plank variations, and really try and keep things dynamic over the next 30 minutes. We'll start off seated, just facing towards the top edge of your mat, and cross your legs if that feels comfortable for you. Placing the hands on thighs, just close the eyes down, and we'll just try to settle the breathing, settle the heart rate, and gradually arrive into our practice. Taking deep breaths in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Good. As you experience your breath in your body, just feel any sensations that pop up. Trying to quieten the mind and settle this whole internal experience to this present moment. Good. Softly begin to blink the eyes open in your own time and crossing the legs as they are, just rolling over those crossed legs. Find your way into a tabletop. Moving through some cat and cows, just really bringing some warmth to the spine as we lift the spine, lift the chest, arch in the back, and exhale to round and tuck tailbone under. Just feeling all the little nooks and crannies of the spine, maybe starting to move a bit more unconventionally, circling the neck, circling the shoulders, creating figures of 8 with the body, just working your way into any areas that feel like they need a bit more TLC today. And in your own time, we're going to make our way into our first downward dog of the day. So inhale, tuck the toes underneath the feet. Exhale, pressing the hips up and back, find downward dog. Good. Inhale, spread the fingers. Exhale, trying to rip the mat apart. Okay, so shoulders slide into back pockets, almost tearing the mat apart between the hands. Screw the feet into ground here too, pressing heels towards the floor, and then working your way to bend one knee, straighten the opposite leg, taking your dog for a walk. Lovely. From here, inhale, shuffle the weight forward, so shoulders above the wrists. We shouldn't need to move the hands or feet. Hold in this plank position, taking 5 deep breaths in your plank. Option to bring feet together, squeezing through the inner thighs, or keep feet hip width apart. Completely up to you. 3 more deep breaths in your plank. Try and dome the shoulders here, hug the navel into spine. Last 2 breaths. Moving into your side plank variations now. Right palm comes to the center of your mat, rolling onto the edge of your right foot. Option to stack the feet here. Left hand can come onto the hip. Option to stagger the stance there too. If you want to support yourself a bit more, maybe you release that bottom knee to the ground and have the top leg straight. Completely up to you where you land. There's obviously ways to make this more challenging, but those of you with a regular practice will know how to go there. I'll leave that to you. Taking one more deep breath in your side plank here. And when you're ready, we'll transition straight through to the other side. So left hand comes to the center of the mat. Just pivot on the feet. You can option to stack the feet again. So right foot stacked on top of left. Maybe even stagger in the stance if you need a little bit more support. And for the most support, again, just dropping that bottom knee down. Keep pushing the hips off the floor. Excellent. Hold in the pose, taking 2 more breaths. Get an exhale, release the hands, shoulder width apart, and lower down, knees followed by chin and chest to your mat. And inhale, slide the chest across the floor. Find your baby cobra. Exhale, find downward facing dog as you lift hips up and back. Yeah, take your time to feel your way into your body yet again. And this time we'll inhale, right leg up to ceiling, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, push through the sole of the right foot, come up into your crescent lunge. And exhale, bring hands to heart center, bend the back knee down. So just find this low lunge for now. We'll take left elbow to right knee, find that twisted lunge. So palms pressed together. I'm not sure if you can see from this angle, so I'll turn around, holding where you are for now. Bring elbow to the outside of that knee. Press palms together. Palms are slightly away from the center of the chest, but try and prioritize pressing palms to rotate the torso more side on. And if you can, staying in the pose, tuck the left toe under and press the heel to the back of the room. Good. So leg is long. Spine is twisted. And palms in the center of the heart. Good. One last breath here. We can release the hands on the exhale. Release the back knee down. Inhale, draw arms alongside the ears. Up you come. Same leg still, right leg forwards. And as you interlace the fingers, find a little back bend as we lift up out of the pelvis. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, taking one more breath here before we repeat on the other side. And exhale, hands to frame that front foot. Flow your way back through your vinyasa. Option to keep one foot off the ground. So bend the elbows lower through chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Upwards facing dog here. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Wonderful. Now staying in the pose, you stay where you are. I'm just going to change direction so you can see me on the other side. Lovely. This time, inhale, left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Inhale, coming up into a high lunge. And exhale, bring hands to heart center, release the back knee to floor. Good. You can untuck the toe for a moment on the back foot and take right elbow to left knee. Pressing that elbow against the thigh, so you're pushing palms together, pulling the chest to open, thumbs pressing to sternum. From here, if you did on the other side, tuck the toe, lift the heel to press towards the back of the room. Maybe take the gaze up to the ceiling if you want to challenge that balance a bit more, or just focus on something in the room that's not moving. And exhale to release that right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms alongside the ears, push through the sole of the left foot. Keep both hips pointing forwards here. Option to interlace the fingers if you did on the other side. If it doesn't feel accessible, just wrap that baby finger, curling it into the center. Beautiful. Exhale, hands frame that front foot. Find your way back through a vinyasa of your choice. Lowering down under control on the exhale. Inhale, find the back bend. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Deeper we go into the pose. Breathing deeper into the body. Beautiful. Inhale, take your gaze to the top edge of your mat. Exhale, stepping, jumping, or floating your way forwards. And inhale to lift halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to forward fold, chest toward the thighs. Inhale, this time bend the knees, seat the arms alongside the ears, find your chair pose. Holding your chair, bring hands to heart center. Press the palms into the center of the chest. Notice if you can drop those hips a little lower, tuck the tailbone so the spine is long. Taking your twisted chair now, right elbow to left knee. Look down at those knees, make sure that the knees are still level, so one's not sliding forwards and one's not sliding back. Try and see if you can drop the hips a little bit lower as you press the palms together. The shoulders should be higher than the hips here, so the hips shouldn't be up like you're in a forward fold. Make sure you're in that squatting pattern. Yes, those quads are burning. Yes, you're going to start to feel it in the legs here shortly. So taking one last breath here. And exhale to release. Pedal the heels out a little bit more if you need to. Good. Inhale to lift halfway, engage through the upper back and shoulders. And exhale to empty and fold. Inhale, chair pose, arms alongside the ears. Knees bent, hands to heart center on the exhale. This time take your left elbow to right knee. Again, glance down at the knees, make sure they're still aligned. And then press palms together, find that rotation. Good. Hips low, chest high. And exhale to release out of that rotation. Good. From your forward fold, inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to empty. Inhale, find your chair, arms alongside the ears. Now I just want you to shift your weight onto your left leg and kick back to find warrior three. Arms stay alongside the ears if you can manage that balance. If you need to bring arms in line with shoulders or further back, then be my guest. Just hold the balance. And for a final option for more support, hands at heart center is a great option. 2 more breaths here. 1 straight line from head to heel. Keep both hip bones pointing down. Good. Exhale, release the left hand to mat, right hand to hip. Open through the hips now. Right hip stacks on top of left to find half moon. Option to reach that right hand up to ceiling. Good. But laying flat against this imaginary wall. Shoulders are on the wall, hips are on the wall. Chest stays open. Beautiful. When you're ready to exhale, release the right foot down at the back edge of your mat. Release the right hand down to take this nice, easy twist. And when you're ready, hands frame the front foot, stepping back, floating back through a vinyasa. Inhale to lift. Exhale, press hips up and back, find downwards facing dog. Inhale, soften the knees, take a look at where you're headed. Exhale to step, jump or float your way forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sweep hips down, bend the knees, sweep the arms alongside the ears. This time shift weight onto your right foot, kicking back with your left heel towards the back of the room, hands reaching forwards for warrior three or alongside the body or back. And that final option, hands at heart center, finding that balance. Good, square the pelvis so both hips point down. Keep kicking and leaning torso forwards. Kick the back foot towards the rear of the room and pause for 1. And exhale, release the right hand down, stacking the hips so that left hip's on top of right. Stacking shoulders so that left shoulder is on top of the right. If you're feeling a bit more confident now, that left hand might start to float up towards the ceiling. Option to take the gaze up to that top hand if you wish to challenge that balance a little more there too. And taking a big exhale, release that left foot down as slowly and lightly as you can. Release the left hand down too. And take a nice easy twist there. Good. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Find your way back through a vinyasa, or of course meeting a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a few breaths here to realign. Come back to your breath if you've lost it. Come back to the intention of the practice today if it's escaped you. Good. Inhale, take a look at where you're headed. Softly bend the knees. Exhale to step, jump or float your way forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, arms alongside the ears, chair pose. This time we're going to cross right leg over left, finding this eagle setup. So option to tuck that right toe behind the left calf. With the hands now with the arms, left arm reaches underneath the right, bringing palms together. Then lift the elbows away from the body, bending the knees a little bit lower to nest your eagle. And releasing out of that wrap of the legs and releasing out of the wrap of the arms to forward fold. Inhale, engage, lifting halfway. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach arms alongside the ears, chair. Left leg wraps over right this time, finding your eagle the opposite way. Right arm reaches underneath the left this time. Good, lifting the elbows away from the body, bending the knees a little bit lower, nesting your eagle. And exhale to release foot, release the hands, and forward fold. Lovely. From there, just shuffle the hips down towards the heels and start to walk the feet towards the front edge of the mat and the hands towards the back edge of the mat. Lovely. Preparing for our boat pose on Navasana. Balancing on the sitting bones, heels float in line with the knees. Chest stays nice and proud. Option to straighten the legs, point the toes. Option as always to balance on the sitting bones and find boat. Lowering down here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. A foot off the floor with the feet and shoulders. 5, 4. Feel that tremor of truth in the tummy for 3, 2, and 1. Release and lower head and heels down simultaneously. Just gonna find our way into our dead bugs. A little bit of a core drill there. Nice core activation. So certainly stuff we want to be working within our practice as you bring the knees in line with the hips and the heels to float in line with the knees. From there, reach the arms up alongside the shoulders, so they're shoulder width apart, and we can place opposite hand into the knee here. Imagine you've got a grape or a satsuma between the hand and the knee. The knee pulls in, the hand pushes in or away. Deep breath, keep the lower back in contact with the ground, and as you exhale, right foot, left arm, kick away from the body and reach away from the body. Inhale, bring it in. We'll do 5 each side. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, bring it in 2. Exhale, kick 3. Inhale, in 3. Exhale, reach 4. Keep lower back flat against the ground. And 5, keep pulling that knee in, pressing the palm away, and switching sides again. Satsuma or grape, you're trying to squeeze between the knee and the palm. So pushing with the hand, pulling with the knee, and as you exhale, reach. Lower back stays in contact with the ground. Inhale, bring it in. Good, last 2. And last 1. Yeah, and release the feet down, release the hands down. Excellent. So the same methodology or the same activation for the core. You want to bring it to the glutes, into the pelvis, into the hips. These are the structures that keep us supported when we're running. So you can buffer all the forces acting on the core and the glutes and hopefully have that stability throughout our whole run. Now from here, tuck the tailbones, the lower back is flat against the ground. Begin to inhale and lift the hips up. Now find that position, stability from the glutes of the hips, and really finding a straight line from the shoulder through hips to knees, okay? So engage through the glutes. From there, try and maybe place hands on the hips here to find stability. And as you lift one foot off the ground, I don't want the hips to move, so the hips shouldn't drop left or right. So before you go anywhere, make sure those heels are directly beneath the knees, and we can just about touch the heels there. And when you're ready to inhale, lift the hips up high. Find that full extension, shoulder, hips, and knees aligned. Hands onto hips. Now, as you march, left foot lifts off the ground, comes in line with the hip, knee in line with the hip, and then right foot too. Lovely. If you need less support, release the hands away, and just notice if you can keep the stability of the pelvis. So there's no drop. All right, that right glute, that left glute have minimal imbalance between the two. And if not, then we just are aware and we can introduce that into our strength training or Pilates or any other modality alongside your yoga that's going to support your running journey. Good. Last one on each side from wherever you are. And releasing those hips down. Lovely. Take some time to stretch out through the hamstrings now. So right leg can reach up to the ceiling, keeping the right leg straight. Sole of the foot flat on the ceiling. Just begin to pull that straight leg into the body. Option to climb up that tree a little bit more if you wish. Just try and keep shoulders down. Maybe point the toes, flex the toes, rotate the ankles. Notice how the calves and the ankle are feeling in this too. Lovely. Taking the right ankle across the left knee. Find that figure 4 shape. And pull that thigh in. Use the right elbow if you want to press the knee wider. And from here, just releasing the left leg away from the body. Use the left hand to guide that right knee across to take it into a spinal twist. Looking towards the outstretched arm, keep shoulders pinned to the ground. Just allow that knee to float if it needs to, or use the hand to guide it closer to the floor. Taking one last breath in your twist. And when you're ready to, gently guide that right knee back across the center. And repeating on the other side. Left leg up to the ceiling, sole of the foot flat. Against the roof. Begin to rotate through that left ankle. Pointing the toe, flexing the toe. If it felt right on the other side, maybe climb up that tree a little bit more. Keep the shoulders pinned down. Bringing that hamstring stretch on. And when you're ready to, taking left ankle across that right knee. Find your figure four shape. Reach through the gap, grab hold of the back of the right thigh. Gently hug that right thigh in. An option, of course, to use the left elbow to press the knee further away. Try and keep the shoulders flat against the ground and the lower back, hips flat on the ground here too. So we know all that movement's coming from the hip. Wonderful. In your own time, begin to release that right leg away from the body. Hug the left knee in and guide that left leg across the body, taking your twist. Look over towards the left arm outstretched. And when you're ready to guide that knee back across the body and find your way into your back. Options to lie with straight legs or options to bend the knees and come into Supta Baddha Konasana, wherever you find a bit more restorative for your body today. Options to stay here a little longer, maybe breathe deeply, take some time to meditate or utilize any of the breathing techniques you've used earlier, things like box breathing. So pause here if you wish. Otherwise, in your own time, when you're ready to, slowly begin to curl up into a ball on that left-hand side, bringing knees into chest. Take a moment to reflect as you think about this position of rejuvenation, of rebirth, this fetal pose. What do you want to bring into our practice or out of our practice, off of our mat, into our day-to-day lives? How are we going to integrate these lessons, this experience we've had, into our wellness journey moving forwards? And when you're ready to, begin to press your way back up into a seated position, legs are crossed. Sitting tall as you can, just bring your hands to heart center. And symbolically bow your head towards your heart, thanking yourself for showing up for yourself today. Thanking your body for all it's able to do. And lastly, as always, a thank you from me to you for trusting me to hold this space for you. Happy running, safe running, and we'll catch up soon. Peace.